Timer is counting down. We are gonna be in it. Our meaning ready. 5 seconds left. We've got Inferno, which is confusingly Lag's map pick. They will start things off on the T side, and NRG on the CT side. And off we go. Took us a little while to get into it, but we will get moving and schmoving. And Lag definitely moving their way over to the A bomb site in a hurry. NRG forced to rotate on. These smokes, though, going to be in position to stop them. So Exotic going to have a lot of work to do from pit. He might have just done it, though. Nitro coming in with 2 as well. And Brett just going to flatten these Lag players. Exotic the only one to go down for NRG. Lag completely flummoxed on the pistol round. I am a software developer, is what I am. Go develop some Exotic stickers. They've got to make it to the major first. Oh, this is spicy. George with the UMP on the second round for CT's side. Usually that's the force buy kind of weapon, but oh my goodness. Carson just spraying through the smoke, catches Brett. Definitely a painful start to things for Lag. But again, this is just a pistol round, so you can't be expecting too much. Another smoke to block off Banana. Again, just keep Lag guessing. Make sure they don't get too much info too early on. Mostly screams. No, I use C+ or C#. Good dink onto George. That's going to send him falling back, but that's not going to open up this site whatsoever. Carson just going to be fighting down Banana, stopping anything from Lag from getting involved whatsoever. It's the Bro and Carson show. 2 players in Banana, bombs down. Likely to just be a couple more spray downs, a couple more shots out, and Consti, the final one to fall. Oh yes, everyone screams internally. We all scream internally. All right, well, following that, now we are going to get the buy out of Lag. We'll see what they can secure here now that they've got their AKs picked up. NRG with 3 players over toward the A bomb site. That's feels like a good idea, just all things considered, right? Keep the A site strong, especially when your SMGs are able to do things like that. But so they're gonna give up a lot of space in Banana, and Lag looking to exploit that. Heading too strong toward the Banana position. The nade careens into Mason. Ooh, good catch though for Sandman. That's gonna be Carson down. This rotation gonna have to go huge. George though is a fine lad to have on that rotation. And now the Dane for NRG just gonna crash through everything on Lag. Leave it all down to Wolfie in the 1 versus 3. Obviously, NRG not going to be giving up anything too easily. Again, this is the first game they've actually had to play in this cup. They got the bye, then they got a forfeit. And so they've just been sitting there, twiddling their thumbs, going, when is somebody going to play us? Well, Lag are their first victim. If anything, though, like just looking at NA right now, and the teams that are in this cup, Lag, NRG, and M80 are some of the teams I would have my eye on to win this cup. Like, if we were to just go over who's around, that's a good shot.
Counter-terrorists win.
Oh, are they going to chase Wolfie down? He's got no money. Nade into his corner, and Nitro will put the final bullet in. So yes, if I were to look at the teams still remaining, you've got Boss, Blue Jays, Marsborn, M80, NRG, and Lag. Those 6 feel like they've all got real chances to place highly, and everybody else likely to be quite a bit lower. All right, well, even if the rifles didn't work out, the pistols always have that possibility that they will. And with a Deagle and the P250, Lag keep it even in the early seconds of the round. Wolf getting out, trying to get out of apartments, but Nitro will deny him. Bomb headed on mid now for Lag. They've done some good damage on these pistols, all things considered. Right, you can't be too greedy to think that, you know, you're going to automatically win the round. But Brett recovering this M4 could be a scary piece for Lag. My one thought is Lag have not given themselves... They're not playing together. They're got Consti to watch Banana with a smoke on the other side of it. And Brett just waiting for the pecan out. I wonder if they're just going to save this round too. We saw the time whittled down to 0 in round number 3. Are we going to get another timeout round? The pecan up. Carson ready for it, though. Lag now making lots of noise. The molly on in, and they do catch Carson, but Nitro with the double. Captain America brings NRG to a 4-0 lead. So I have a real question for you, chat. Not that it's going to change what I do on this stream, but for these challenger level games, do you guys like it when the camera's on more, or do you like it when the camera's off? Because, like, typically I feel like it makes more sense for Challenger to have the camera off, but for other leagues, I do like to have it on. I do like to have that little bit of, like, hey, I'm vibing with chat and watching the game. Now, buy on up for Lag once again. Exotic's AWP going to be looking down mid. Wolf trying to make something happen out from Boiler, but again, these smokes, NRG has got them pretty locked down. It's got to be suffocating to play Inferno versus a team that's going to be as drilled on it as NRG. And look, you can even just look at the map. Look at where the players are located. There's 3 on B versus 3 on B. But those 3 for Lag are looking quite scary. Sandman and Mason mow down the 3 players on NRG on the B-bomb site. And at this point, you've got 2 left. You might as well save.
Bomb has been planted.
Just an AWP and an M4 to hold on to. But Nitro runs into Brett. And that is an unlucky contender to be running on into. So at this point, we just see if Exotic can hold on to this AWP. Spots the arm, but not able to connect the dots here. Just going to be falling. It's Wolf for the final nail in the coffin. Once again. Hey, chat, guess what? Guess what? I found another chicken. Isn't that good news? Isn't that good news? I think it's pretty good news. Now, this does mean that NRG are going to be in the pocket as far as buys are concerned. A couple of SMGs. Exotic still does have that AWP. And this time it's going to be played Banana instead of in mid. See if that changes anything. Lag did go for that B-bomb site. Oh, man. the strikes of nades. 2 nades landing just right in front of Exotic, but not quite close enough to deal any appreciable damage. Look at this. It's just Nade City. Inferno, more like Armageddon on banana. This is a good support system, though, for that AWP. You get the UMP or the MP9 so that when they do try to push it, if your opper misses, which Exotic more than capable of connecting the dots on this. But if your opper misses, having the super close ranged weapon when your opponents are trying to peek on in and get close feels like the right decision. And I mean, but Exotic's not missing. Carson joining into this as well. Consti does trade it back, and the fire is going to give away the information about where Carson is headed, but the rotation on in from NRG will net them another round and deny the bomb plant once again. Lag really having a struggle on this T side. It's not over till it's over, though. Not over until it's over. Quick timeout to settle their nerves. Get Coach Oreo into the call. Have a chit chat. Exotic. He got the op kills, and then he got killed with the op. I'll tell you this, Consti is not somebody that you're going to take lightly on the AWP. There's a reason that he got picked up for Vagrants, who then became Lag. And it's not just for his extensive collection of expensive skins, but he's a capable player as well. Carson getting Molly out of position, just get clotheslined by Mason. Good trades out of Bro and Exotic to keep the B-bomb site safe. But it's the A-bomb site that's going to form the major spear of the attack for Lag, and it's just Nitro here to hold court. Just trying to hang on for dear life in pit. Wolfie making lots of noise. Meanwhile, Brett might just have a read onto the player library. Doesn't even need it as he turns the corner and mows down Nitro. Good trade out of Exotic, though. We'll keep this one even. And Bomb left far, far away. Could say it is Star Wars. It is in a galaxy. There we go. Picked up the bomb. Question is, where do you go? Because now you've given Exotic plenty of time to rotate. Scope versus scope in banana. Who's going to be the one to pull the trigger first? Consti will turn the corner and head on up mid. This one feels just too scary. I feel like if you're Exotic, you don't want to be giving up your position. You don't want to risk losing that AWP, the big green. As much as it's fallen out of favor early on in CS2 these days, people are very happy to have it. The bomb will be planted. I think Exotic saves off of this. He has no kit and no nades. No smokes anyway. We might as well just wander over. So yes, this one will be saved up by Exotic. And Lag will take a second round on their T side. Really, every round going to be crucial. We've already gone past the halfway point of this first half, and we get a tech pause. That makes me sad. Right there. This makes me sad. Stupid pause. Why you gotta do that? Yeah, let's go take a look at the players here. So first off, on NRG, we got Exotic. His ADR is not too great so far, but he does have a good number of kills. Really, MVP looking like Nitro. Got the ADR to back up the kills that are happening. Look at this. Look at this number right here. On the other side of things, lag. I mean, they're, you know, the score is definitely not favoring them. So I like to move my camera around. It lets me demonstrate. I'm having fun moving my camera around. It's either last night or the night before. It's like, do a barrel roll. So I barrel rolled my whole camera. Yeah, no, I'll point things out for you. It's hard to find information on the screen sometimes, so I get it. I understand. Alright, so a couple of FAMASs for NRG to work with. Are we enjoying the match so far? I mean, I think we're enjoying it pretty well. It's Inferno. It took a little bit to start, so I don't know how well ad timing is going to be all messed up, but you know, hey, that's why sometimes the best thing to do is to just watch the VODs on YouTube later, because then you don't have to worry about all of the delays. I'll just start the game at the start. All right, lag heading up banana, going for a push onto the B-bomb site. They seem to have correctly realized there's only one player on the B-bomb site, but the worrying thing is that player is going to be Bro, and when Bro's firing on all cylinders, he is a scary one to be across the server. Formerly an Astralis player, does call in the help to make sure he's got some backup, and NRG is starting to close the net around lag. So they're going to be forced up banana. If the clock wasn't going to do it, then the flank would. Sandman opens things up. A fantastic double kill, but Carson will answer back, and with interest. Bring us down to a 2 versus 1. Now it's going to be all up to Exotic. Erases Brett, and it's a 1 versus 1. It's an Opper's paradise on the B-bomb site, but there's not much time left. Consti's got to nail this final kill. Oh! Exotic sticking out just enough to bait the shot out. But it's, oh my gosh, hits him with the no-scope. And it's 6 for NRG. Carson saving the day for NRG here on the CT side. Definitely bringing the energy, bringing the noise, bringing the pistols, as NRG likes to get that Jason Lake quote, bring me the pistols. Well, they have most certainly been brought. Very solid pistol on this game if you missed it. He did them dirty. Remember, exclamation point NRG is a command. Now, this is going to be mostly pistols for lag, a couple of primaries for good measure. I have seen it, yes. See? There it is. Now 5 in for lag. So they do have the player advantage on the A-bomb site. Rotation, though, could change things. Or this AWP. Oh, it shoots through 2. But doesn't get either of this kills. But it softens them up. And the nade and the MP9 Nitro showing what he was on Team Liquid before. As NRG steal away an 8th round. Not even steal away. They just obliterate lag. 7-2. And if you've seen anything from NRG's T sides, you know the lag are not winning enough on their T side. This has been quite dominant already. And all I want to do is look at this knife. This is such a nice knife. All right, so nearly a full buy out of lag. They do trade very early on in banana. Bomb not committed, so, you know, that's just a kill that now they don't have to worry about. But again, this is Inferno, so the probing, the pushing, the pulling all has to happen before that bomb gets committed anywhere. We're going to need a few source code additions before we get commit. Sorry, that was a terrible joke. I don't know where I'm going with that. I did get my Fade Glock. Lag, now that minute starting to crest past. 50 seconds left in the round. Lag, do you pick up the bomb? And it's going to be headed over toward the B-bomb site. 2 players here. So, again, Lag have correctly identified that there's only 1 player on the B-bomb site. They do have Exotic over by Arches to rotate on in, but can Carson deal with this in time? The answer going to be no. Brett just finds him through the smoke. And the CT smoke lands before Exotic could get a shot off. So, Lag going to get the bomb down on round number 10, but this time Exotic hitting some peaks. Down to that 3 versus 3 as the cavalry arrives for NRG. They're still taking a serious amount of time to make their way into the bomb site, but George forming the tip of the spear for NRG. He's already got himself 2. It's just Consti left standing for Lag. He's not going to have the option to defend this. There's too many NRG players waiting for him. All he can do is look for some exits, but George not even going to allow that. Ooh. 8-2. 2 rounds left in the half. This is not going too well for Lag. I'm sorry to hear that, Flavortown. I admit that, you know, my Fade Glock came from actually getting paid for some esports work I did, and so I was just like, you know what? I'm treating myself. Oh my goodness. Exotic opens this one up, just delete Sandman. Give me a dream, more like give me a nightmare. Lag trying to change up the pace on this one. They realize they've given NRG so much space these past few rounds. But as they play with the NRG players... Oh, Consti does win the duel. That's going to be huge. It's a 4 versus 2 on the A-bomb site. Nitro and George need a lot out of this. But it's only Nitro with 2 to bring us back to a 2 versus 2 before the rotation will arrive from NRG. I'm not down yet, though, so there's still time for NRG to get into some good positions for this retake.
Bomb has been planted.
Wolfie watching from pit. They've got Consti from within the site. Arson and Exotic, the 2 B players now on the other bomb site. Wolfie will spot Exotic first, so it's going to be up to Carson to win this one. He can't quite find the bead onto Wolfie. Does nail down Consti and deletes Wolfie. So he will take a 9th round for NRG. In the final seconds, clutches it up. And he's leaving a Lag in dire straits going into their CT side. 1 round left in the half. It's going to be a very necessary one for Lag. Look, if I got... So I know that part of the reason he did that haircut was that he hit 10k viewers. I would not do that haircut if I hit 10k viewers. I would dye my hair for, like, a few K viewers. Like, I don't know, I've always kind of wanted to try that. Or I'd have, like, my sister do my nails or something like that. That could be fun. Anyway, final round of the half. Carson, just dancing with these Lag players, but Sandman finally gets some dust in his eyes. So, it feels like a bit since Lag have had the man advantage on this one. No, don't do that. And with that, they've managed to pull another player from NRG over to the B bomb site. So they found themselves an opportune opening to hit this A bomb site. 5 players strong. All they need to do is dodge the AWP. They do lose 1, but Brett will cover with 2 in return. And that might be Lag's opening to win a 3rd round. 2 versus 4 for NRG. I feel like they've had some pretty bad positions that they've been in, but not quite as bad as this. So the one saving grace is going to be they do have kits, but they're out of smokes. There's not going to be a ninja defuse for this final round of the half. They're going to have to kill everybody if they want to win this round, but Wolfie says no, and it's 3 for Lag. And none too soon either. That is a very painful halftime score. Three to 9, painful but not unrecoverable. As they say, it all comes down to the pistols. Sometimes more true than other times. Yeah, why are both the Oppers the lowest numbers on their teams? I could never get to Consti on T side because he got slot 11, and now I can't get Exotic. But I also can't get Bro because the coaches are on the server. Observing is fun. I love it. Now, NRG creeping their way on up to the A-bomb site. 3 strong in apartments. Consti going to have to take contact and do a lot of work here. He gets flashed up before he's able to, but they do have Mason, the ace in the hole, and these USPs going crazy. Lag Gaming take 4 down before Bro can even get much done on the T side. Spins around. Oh, the 360, but he can't convert it. The Lag will secure the pistol. I feel like I've seen this story before. 3 to 9. We saw a very dominant game. It's something that looked like it should have been an easy win. 11 to 1. And yet it went to overtime. And yet it went to overtime. And the team that had won still came out victorious in the end. It was magical. Aurora versus Mongols. So you can never count a team out too soon. But with no bomb plant, NRG just going to be going into this one with the Glocks. So Wolfie able to get up close and personal with the MP9 and secure some farm. Sandman getting gushed through the smoke. This one looking at least a little bit painful by the Glock, but not going to be able to finish the job. 3 players up mid for NRG. At this point, Lag really just need to be looking to get the kills without losing any weapons. They have definitely secured that. Final player, Bro. Consti just going to drop on in. 5 to 9. So Lag very quickly winning these rounds. Not putting any brakes on this train. I mean, I do... Is 9 all they get? Because it's not looking good so far. And starting to get a little worrying for NRG. They do have the weapons up. Historically, Inferno was a very CT-sided map, and the only thing that changed that was skybox smokes and nades. And the way that it changed when it went to CS2. But yeah, I guess a few things changed to change it from a CT-sided map to a more balanced one. The M4 not being as overpowered as it used to be definitely contributes to this map being a little bit more T-sided, but either way, you still got to be wary of the defenses on Inferno. And big push up mid, instantly quenched. Mason just going to get right into the face of Exotic. And NRG, they're kind of getting stoppered up here. Still 3 players just lingering in mid. Brett spots 1, but again, no kill going to come through. NRG do have numbers over here on the A-bomb site if they're quick, but they lose their lurk. So 3 versus 5 going to be the end of this round, and 30 seconds left. The rotation already starting to come back in for lag. This round about to reach its conclusion. Brett opens things up, mows down all 3, loses Wolfie, but he's going to be more than happy with that result as he's won a 6th round for lag. They're looking to finish this one strong, 6-9. It's pretty nice to see lag now firing on all cylinders. That is going to mean it's once again time for the Tech 9s. Time for the Tech 9s. Rushing through wherever you go. Going fast. Running headshot. That's a painful HE. On to NRG. Good flash though. Mason flashed up entirely, but this AK is not. And NRG will be mowed down. Alright, that was the pistol song. I hope you liked it. Now we're going to get the full buy. NRG needs your help, chat. They haven't won a singular round on this T side just so far. It has been 4 rounds, and it has been not even a long shot, like not even close 4 rounds. Lag just absolutely dominating on the CT side. Really kind of giving back NRG what they put down. So like, the worst part of all of this is even if NRG are able to secure a round, this game is still going to be getting closer and closer as the money still looking very good for lag. Even worse, there's so many ways that this just gets worse and worse. There's 3 AKs on the field for lag. NRG on the back foot in so many metrics on their T side. It's getting scary. They're still looking at this B bomb site, and again, they're taking it quite slow. 4 players in banana, about to execute on out. Gonna have Bro forming the tip of that spear for NRG. Rotation coming over, but that smoke is going to deny it. Carson, the first one in. Drop Sandman. Looking for more, but the smoke going to make it so he doesn't even need to take down Mason. Bro with the kill. Oh, that's your Opper spotted in CT. Consti bringing out the Dragon Lore here. But sometimes skins don't equal wins. 3 versus 5, and Lagger opting for the save. They've got plenty of money, but why not hold on to what you've got? So NRG do cross double digits, but lag are not slowing down. Just because they've stumbled does not mean they've tripped. Let's get another look at that Dragon Lore here. No, come back. Yes, Dragon Lore. Wait. We can get another look at it. Hold on. Where is he? Yes. Chat. What's the best op skin? Dragon Lore, Prince, Gungnir, Graphite. Safari Mesh? Safari Mesh is pretty goated. Default. Ooh. Well, NRG looking for the A site this time around. Flash is going in. They're trying for the early execute. This Molotov going to do a lot to slow them down. But Bread in the Smoke's going to take a fair amount of damage. Oh, Mason getting close and personal. And it's just a masterpiece here. NRG getting obliterated. Just Nitro and Bro. Can they be enough? Bro's got players on 4 sides of him, and it's Consti to put the final nail in the coffin. Lag with 8. They send NRG back down. Luckily, just enough to pick up the buys. Exotic can't buy head armor if he wants to buy the AWP, but it's T-side Inferno, so you don't always want the AWP. About time to get the coach back in the call. Get Coach Daps talking once again. Did they make the M4 animation more like the original? I honestly don't know what they did to the animations. I haven't really checked yet. Lag was never Nightblade was never on lag. I don't know what you're talking about. 8 to 10 though. Getting into those final stages of the game where things get extra exciting. Extra close. Full buys all around. 3 AKs on the field for lag. They're managing to save a massive amount on their CT side. Those rifles are going to keep NRG on their toes, that's for sure. Once again, we are going to start off with a slower round out of NRG, though. We can talk about what's going on site. Why no lag command? Because no one's told me what the lag command should be. Two players on A, 3 players on B, so lag with a pretty, I would call it a typical defense. Flash on out. Mason catches the wind of these NRG players. So they'll play 2 top banana. That's going to leave them open to some fire returning from NRG. So we do get the 2-for-2 trade early on, and Sandman now forced to watch his B-bomb site alone. Smoke down. Oh, is he going to sneak right through it? I think he is. Flash will dissuade him. So there should be a bomb plant for NRG. George just going to get that down. The boost up. Oh, very dangerous for Sandman, but they trade. And it's just going to be up to Wolfie alone. 1 versus 2. Bomb still not down. 20 seconds left in the round. This one going to get down to the wire. Let's take 3 seconds to plant the bomb, and the plant will bait him out for Bro to finish the job. 11 to 8. As this game nears its conclusion. That's not a thing I can do. I can't add stream delay. I would have to restart the stream to add delay. It's not a thing I can do. Anyway, round number 20. You know, outside of Tuesday, every single game on the stream has been close. It's like I know how to pick them or something. It's like I know how to pick the right games that are going to be the most exciting. It got even more exciting today because I didn't know if the game was going to happen or not. Extra exciting. Quick exchange of frags. Consti melts Brett gonna just burn right through Carson, looking for more, gets himself 3, but there's one more player on the other side of that, and George gonna put an end to his killing spree, but Mason from behind will bring this one to 9-11. Yeah, Brett is... Look. For such a dominant CT side from NRG, you can't really count lag out. Brett, he's the IGL, but he is still top fragging for his team. Take a shot every time someone says fragging IGL. Brett will make you drunk. All right, it is going to be just pistols once again for NRG. They do have the MAC-10 in the hands of George. A little bit of extra firepower to try and back up the team. Who made that noise? That was Brett falling off from apartments to try and bait with the sound cue while leaving Wolfie to watch the smoke. For any curious cats from NRG, Molly goes in. That's going to be George. Information found out. Wolfie says, and don't you come back. Couple of parting shots. But, as per usual, this one going to be a nice slow round, even though it's Tech 9s and a MAC-10. NRG still chilling. They'll walk into the B-bomb site. Mason and Sandman here to greet them. There is a rotation in the cards, but will it be needed? The answer going to be yes, as NRG do mow down both. One of those kills going into the hands of George means that's $600 on that SMG. But the rotation in from lag, likely to quench this bomb. They have a decent amount of time ticked down. NRG just holding court on the site. These nades going to do plenty of damage. George has got the AK picked up. Can he get the kills, though? The answer going to be no. Brett's still going crazy. Brett's still dominating the server, and it's Consti to quench that final round. 10-11. As close as it gets. As close as it gets. 10-11. NRG really struggling on their T side. They got 2. So it's a good a time as any to take another timeout. So I'm gonna do my camera work. 10-11. Timeout. How's the camera work for the timeout? It's the NRG timeout camera. Whee! Okay, I'm getting dizzy. This doesn't work. I am cooking. Of course I'm cooking. I'm always cooking. You never stop cooking. See, here's where I'm confused, is NRG used to be Inferno merchants. I'm sure they still are, but they've struggled on it more recently. When they had OC and Hex, it was just, you don't pick Inferno against NRG, you just don't. But Lag picked this. So it's just, I feel like they've got to be the ones cooking something. I just don't know what it could possibly be. Oh, of course I've been to PETA Inn. They have vegan options. It's great. Ooh, Wolfie holding an apartments allows the player to go past Boiler. He's gonna have himself a little problem. Might be a few too many NRG rifles for him to handle. Consti tries to take his spot, only takes a bullet. Meanwhile, Brett trying to get his licks in once again. But all he's gonna do is knock Carson down to 35. Force the NRG players to rotate around, but this time they've got a significantly longer clock than they usually have. A whole 55 seconds as they look to execute on this B-bomb site. There's not a whole lot of rotation in for lag. Sandman already demolished. Mason alone. It's basically a 1 versus 4 out here on the B-bomb site. Lag leaving 2 players to try and retake this, but Brett's not going. Brett's this feels like a save. This feels like Lag looking for exits. They've still got plenty of money. They don't necessarily need to save, but now they're going to need a perfect 2 rounds to stop NRG from just winning the game. They do manage to trade a couple. Oh, Mason, is he going to get into this? No, he's not. Nitro going to deny. But Brett taking these weapons away could make the next couple of rounds difficult for NRG. 10 to 12, getting very, very close. The sun is getting real low here in Italy on Inferno. That's right, chat. This map is set in Italy. And if you couldn't tell, yeah. It's Italy. All right, full buy for Lag. See if they can bring this one back. 2 rounds for overtime. Ooh, Wolfie's got that sexy masterpiece. One of my favorite M4s. Might just cross paths with Carson here. Playing around in apartments. Does get caught. That is going to be man advantage for the side of Lag. The CT side has looked quite strong when it has had that opening frag. Wolfie not gonna stop either. Just drop dumpsters, George. And they can. Oh my gosh, Wolfie with a third. He's got Consti on his back to back him up. Who will finish this job? This full house. And it's 11 to 12, and this time the buy for NRG gonna look a little bit off. Not quite as strong as some of what we've seen. George nearly broke after the Tech 9 buy, so we got 3 Tech 9s and 2 AKs in chat. If this goes to OT, I do have to run a 1.5-minute ad, otherwise it's gonna try and run it during the game. Oh, we're just gonna get a nice fast B push, aren't we? Is that what we're about to see? Sandman holding with the AWP. Oh, whiffs the shot, but he's got Mason here with him, who will back him up and will keep NRG from anywhere close to this bomb site. Just gonna be a whole lot of spraying down. George alone, 1 versus 5. Going to OT. Gonna run the quick 1.5-minute ad here so that we don't lose anything for the more important rounds. All right, since there's an ad on, I'm going to put that command in chat. Betting talk makes people toxic. If you're toxic, I'm going to time you out. If you don't stop being toxic, I'm just going to ban you. I like this stream to be a family-safe space, so... All right, let's see what we've got here. So, overtime round number 1. Sandman getting into it real quick to start this one off. 3 players down banana for Lag is quite the setup. This nade could do some real damage to NRG. Only Bro will catch it. Lag really prioritizing banana. Like, it's something that I've seen happen in a few different places, right? Sometimes the pit player is just, he gets everything. And sometimes you can't even play pit. Alright, see chat, I timed it well enough that this First round of overtime is still going on. NRG do lose Bro off the cap. Oh, even more. Sandman just putting him to sleep. Just deleting NRG players off the server. George manages to counter him. But there's still 2 players on this A bomb site for lag. And the rotation and the lurk. George, though, Mr. Star Rifler for NRG, looking to live up to his role. They force Brett deep, deep into the site. Consti whiffs the first shot, and Brett will be discovered. This is going to be a bomb down. We might just have a nice little win here. NRG, they let it go to overtime, but this is a classic where they let it to go to overtime, and then they do win that first round. You know why that is, chat? You know why sometimes you're like, man, this team lost so many rounds in a row, but then the moment it gets to overtime, they turn it around. The reason for that is they're able to buy up all of the guns and ammo and nades and utility and everything that they could ever want because it's overtime. And they secure the round off the back of that. Okay, you are officially, you have failed the vibe check. You are clearly missing the vibe of this chat. Not saying you have to cheer for the teams, just saying you have to not be a jerk about it. Oh my goodness, a hail of bullets and banana, and Sandman just eats it. So NRG gonna start things off in a strong position here on their T side. Big push up through mid. Mason here to meet them. Mows down 2. That just gives NRG some info. They'll mow him down in response. Quick trades. 2 versus 3 on the A-bomb site. Consti still waiting on the B just to make sure, but the execute do come out. Brett will start this one off. Just drops Bro, but Nitro on response. Wolfie looking to secure the site, but this bomb going to be going down. There's nothing he can do about it, and Exotic's got his number. Exotic is already looking at him. NRG, they want as many of these T-side rounds as they can get, and it's Wolf all alone with Nitro to close this one out. NRG with 14. Again, this is what you see a lot of the time, right? Now we've got momentum, now NRG. They've got the sails at full mast, and they are flying. It's a great thing that lag were able to bring it back to overtime, but losing 2 on your CT side is not a good sign, no matter how you slice it. You're going to get a boost up out of Consti. Spots the player down lower. Exotic. It does get legged up. Oh, NRG, though. They've changed up the pace. And Lag have been left behind, mostly. Consti's still looking sharp as ever, but only gets the first. Brett looking to melt through a few of these players. Good shots onto Nitro, but the team will encroach and blitz on into the site. And now it's going to be a 3 versus 2. 2 players retaking for Lag. They've got kits. Can they make this one work out? They've got a good belt of utility left over as well. But look at the spots that NRG is allowed to occupy just because it is the last round of overtime. And they can go down with the ship if they want to. So they can give themselves such great post-plant positions. They can sit in pit. They can sit so close. Mason gets 1, but he's a 1 versus 2. Can he secure this? Flash high into the sky and burned right through by Exotic. 15. NRG take every single round on their T side of overtime number 1 of their opponent's map pick. Can lag do the same? You're welcome. You are welcome, NRG. I appreciate you stopping by for the cast. I appreciate everybody for stopping by for the cast. The VOD will be up on YouTube tomorrow, by the way. So, you know, for anyone that's not here and not watching, I do post these VODs every day. So, exclamation point VODs if you want to see where those are going. But off the top of this round, already not looking too terribly good. Poor lag. Oh my gosh, NRG are just running them down. I don't actually edit my VODs. I just send them from Twitch to YouTube, and I make thumbnails for them. It's all very simple. The whole point of it is not to have like cleanly edited videos, but to have, you know, real highlights that I can be like, here's a game that I casted. You know, here's me talking to chat a little bit. Here's me doing the actual casting. For example, 4 versus 3 on the A-bomb site. Bro left behind to watch B, but feels like that could be just enough for NRG. Lag still waiting before the final push out. Yeah, getting simple on your channel is always good for growing the channel. Anyway, lag. Time for the final execution out on the A-bomb site. George not going to allow the first. It's Nitro left, and he melts through 2. 16-12 for NRG. They will take victory on map number 1.